Hi everyone, this is Tim Reha. We're down here at the edge of the center of the universe, kind of in between Fremont and Ballard in Washington, with Brant Williams, CMO for Sustainable Group.
That's right. This company's actually been around for about 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and so previously in the same space, it was really a barcoding kind of equipment reseller. And what ended up happening, the genesis of the company is the founders were here and they realized that every couple times a year, the manufacturers of the barcoding equipment would be sending out binders for user manuals and warranty information, and pretty soon an entire wall was just stacked up with these binders. And the founders took a look at that and went, they just really came to terms that they'd try to reuse them as much as they could.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, these things were going to sit in a landfill for
they're
thousands of
plastic.
years. Yeah, they're toxic plastic, poly-based stuff, and they're just going to sit in a landfill for thousands of years, just kind of toxifying the world. And so they kind of sat back and thought there'd be a better way to get this done. So they came out with the Rebinder, which was our first product.
Okay, and everybody, you can see kind of behind us, there's a whole array of products. Tell us about, I guess, the products and about what you think about sustainability and how that lends to the business.
Sure. I mean, the how we run the business is you may have heard triple bottom line, or you may have heard the concept of cradle to cradle, but really we have to look at the impact of the business, not just on where the material comes from, how the product is used, who makes it, and where it ends up at the end of its useful life. And so we really take into account all of those aspects, and as well as how we just run the company here inside as an organization. And so when we think about sustainability, it's not just from a product standpoint and the people who make this the product standpoint, but also I used to work at Amazon.com, and Jeff Bezos at Amazon.com, the founder there, I'd heard him indirectly. His position on sustainability was one where if it doesn't actually pencil out on a spreadsheet, like if it doesn't actually save or make me money, then truly it's not sustainable. If it ends up costing itself out of contention, that's not sustainable.
Yeah, because
the only way it can truly be sustainable is if it costs less money. So the approach we take here is that people can buy our products. They can replace, for example, as an example, this is a Dooney and Burke is a handbag.
Yeah.
They make kind of well-known handbags. So this is the binder they used to use, and it's a standard.
We've all been guilty of.
Yeah, well,
but that's all there is on the market.
Me too, right? You just kind of get these things, you make them look as good as you can, and this is kind of what they used. And so they replaced this with this,
That's
which is
nice.
a really, pretty custom printed binder that it's just as sturdy as you'd imagine this thing to be, but looks far more beautiful.
And what's the material on here? Because everything has it's a really solid build, but is it recycled paper or?
It's 85% post-consumer recycled, 15% post-industrial recycled. So 100% recycled material, 100% recyclable material. So at the end of the life, you just simply unscrew the ring metals.
Okay.
And throw this right in the recycle bin.
Oh, and you can save the.
And we'll send you a new cover.
Really?
Yes. So you can reuse the metals.
That's
exactly
great.
Right. And so this actually cost Dooney and Burke less money than this. So to the point we were talking about sustainability, this pencils out in a spreadsheet.
Yeah, because if they cost $10 in a regular white plastic ones, $1.
No game.
No game. So then you guys look at the business model and figure out how to streamline the processes so there's value plus sustainability.
Absolutely. Our intention is that people don't have to spend more to do the right thing. And I think you'll see this trend across many industries. We're just one $50 billion industry that is in the process of being evolved.
Yeah.
You'll see this in every product you look at. You'll start seeing ways to spend less and do the right thing for the planet.
It seems like it's a huge market because I noticed running a small business and a large businesses, there just seems like a lot of paper and a lot of waste that goes on there. So it's nice to kind of see these new products. On that note, how do you come up with your new ideas for products? I like this folder here, and you can see you've got this is called the Repocket or
this is called the Repouch.
Repouch.
Yeah, where it has room for a CD and a business card, and if you want to slide some papers in there as well, they come in, different pockets on different sizes, as well as just the standard tabs you would get in any binder. And all of this stuff is made from 100%
Screen
recycled.
printed.
Yep, we do all the printing in house.
So like you can pop your Brant out even if you have just a basic nice brown medium, and it has a nice feel, you know.
Sure. So, I guess I heard two questions in there. One, how do we come up with the product?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the second one is how do people end up using it for their brand, and how does it affect?
Yeah, because on that note, I don't want to skip too far forward, but on that note, it has the paper has a certain feeling and it feels good, I guess, versus like feeling a piece of plastic in my hands.
Sure.
So
the our initial rebinder wasn't made of this. This material is very thick chipboard, very firm, sturdy, lasts a long time, but when you need to recycle it, very easily it can be recycled. Our initial rebinder was one like this, where it was just made of standard corrugated cardboard, recycled corrugated cardboard.
it says the White House on that. So was that for the White House?
Yes, it was actually the Bush administration's White House. We'd love it if the current White House wanted to call us and buy from us as well. And so just corrugated cardboard, which works fine for 90% of the uses of binders.
Yeah.
I mean, binders do spend most of their time just up on the wall, but over time, as people, our customers make requests of, hey, I'd love it if it was, we take these hiking, or this is going to be in a police car, and it needs to be able to be more rough and tumble.
Yeah.
And so that was one evolution, going from corrugated, which we still sell by far the most amount of, to a more sturdy version.
Yeah.
And so over time, we just listen to customers and evolve, and that's brought its way to do now, where we have the standard file folder, or I'm sorry, the pocket, kind of like a Peachy if you had in school. You're holding right now a rewrite.
And here's like one of these branded.
Yep, this is custom
A
printed for the
notepad,
Chopra Center.
like good for conferences and events where you can put together, like a nice notebook and.
Yep, we send a ton of those out to conferences with brands on them, and that's evolved now past just paper-based products. You'll see, Tim, these are actually your business cards.
Yeah.
So it's how we got together.
You'll see these coming around, ladies and gentlemen. They're coming out, fresh off the presses.
That's right. Well, we've expanded beyond just the paper-based stuff.
Yeah, this is cool here. What is?
This is actually made entirely out of plant-based material, not petroleum, and so there's no petroleum-based plastic.
Name tag pouch?
Yeah, we call it the rebadge, and we sell them the badges plus the inserts, the card inserts as well, and these are biodegradable and reusable, and they're a highly renewable resource, and we're starting to work with this material called PLA, and
PLA, and
PLA.
It's just vegetable matter that's
right
compressed down, and it just degrades.
Right, and we also have a pen made out of plants as well, and when people are done with those, we can
You
send
have a
them back.
pen?
Yeah, we do
the
sell
pen,
a pen called the Remark.
Okay.
And when they're done with them, they ship it back to us in bulk, and we grind them up and reuse them. So again, no petroleum used in those products.